I was about to not even do a video on this because this has gotten so fucking crazy. Apparently, there's this Lego scandal that's happening because apparently, I guess there's this dude, like very old guy, he's like in his 80s, who I guess he had like a Lego collection that was worth several hundred thousand, and he gave it to like I guess this Lego store or like this mini Lego franchise. And while he was doing that, I guess the franchise might have switched hands. And when that happened, or like the shop, or I think like some sort of side franchise, like switched hands. And then when that happened, the people that the new people that got their hands on the Lego set chose to keep it and not pay the guy out for his money. And this is a guy that's like, I think he's terminally ill, and that's literally like his life savings. So, I mean, it's gotten wild. Like, I've been hearing bits and pieces of it, but then someone threw me this video about a couple of people literally just trying to get the Lego stuff back for this family. And it gets fucking wumbo. Like, from what I was told, apparently, like, the police department, or I think he said the department, was actually defending this guy, the owner of the shop that took the Lego place over and refusing to give pay him out for the Lego set. So this whole fiasco. And again, if I'm wrong about this, again, I was getting served this bits and pieces of this. It just gets kind of wacky. But let's give this video a watch, and I'll give my opinion. Let's do the thing first. I always forget to do this. I don't ever edit my shit, so I don't know what the fuck's happening here. Well, it says I got arrested for Legos. That's probably what this is. Yeah. I think I remember this guy because he used to do a channel where he goes after like certain scandals that happen. I can't remember the one he did, but I absolutely remember his face. Got him. What the fuck? Bricks and me. So he done a video on this before. So my dude's going to fucking war with these assholes. Yeah. Yeah, I think they're the ones. If I'm not mistaken, they're, I think, the ones that took ownership of the new store when they sold it. And because of, like, you know, new, I guess, agreements and stipulations, they just refused to pay them out. Got him. Yeah, see, that makes sense, right? You don't want to waste people the course fucking time on something that probably is just not that. Again, you hear Legos, and despite him going through it the first time, it's like, look, you got to give us something credible here if we want to go forward with it. And again, that makes sense, you know, in the whole court. Because all the money and time and effort being wasted if it's false. Got him. Oh! Oh. Nah, you should. Yeah, and obviously they probably have an entire team whose job, like, this is what people don't understand about companies. Like, they're not moral entities. Like, they have entire teams whose, illegal teams whose job is to protect them regardless of the situation, even if it's the company's fault. Because it's like, okay, if you're a company and, okay, you fuck up, obviously they're going to do everything in their power not to have anything come back on you financially, but in the case that it is proven, you know, you and say not to scale, it's like, oh, you got to pay them $1,000. Well, you want to make sure you pay them $1,000. You know, not $5,000 and not like $300, but the $1,000. You know what I'm trying to say? So, and obviously, if you're a major company like Lego, and I guess they're like a subsidiary that are like a bricks like shop, because Lego's the parent company, and they have all these little like franchise shops. Like obviously, you're going to try to protect the shop, even if they're 100% in the wrong. Again, they're just doing their job. You know, it's shitty, but oh, yep. See, you should have sprung up on him because now they know. Now he got the 5-0 with him. You should have just sprung up on him. You know, now will the cops probably show up? Yeah, sure, but now it's just hella harder to get to confront him. Yep, not surprising. Like they probably tagged the car and everything. And see, obviously, I'm pretty sure they stopped, but now they're doing the thing. Was like, oh well, the process is the punishment. They're trying to muck this shit up, and it's like, what are we doing here? Yeah, yeah, that was a full stop. Yeah. Yeah, and again, usually between two people, usually they'll try to err on the person who calls them before. And obviously, the guy called the police, or at least the company or the dude called the police, and because they initiated, the police are kind of on their end, and now Ben has to sort of prove his way out of this. Hmm. Hmm. It was the car. Again, you probably rolled up with the same vehicle, you know, onto the store, and they tabbed, like, they probably pulled any whatever camera or whatever to get, the license plates, the description, all of that. Then they identified the three of y'all. It's so you'll be surprised how and then they probably pulled like documentation like your vehicle. They knew you were from Utah, so the state you were from, the names of you and your friends, their vehicles. Like it is so easy to just figure this out if you are them. You know, people like to act like the cops or the police just have no idea. They have a fucking idea how to do this. They just don't want to. They just want to act like they don't, because you don't want to reveal your hand, right? Got him. Got him. Got him. Got him. Yep. So it was like in a seizure, right? To get the previous owners out of the store. Like, who initiated that? It couldn't have been Lego themselves. Cause I'm pretty sure I don't know, like, I think I'd seen a video of the previous owner and his wife and how they were sort of talking to upper management and them, and obviously they're going to do the thing was like to scare them off. They're like, hey, we can go the legal route, but we'll do everything in our power to really muck it up. It's like, oh, for 200,000, it's like dollars worth of Legos. I'm starting to wonder if that's the reason, or if this is something that was going to happen anyway. The Lego set is just an unfortunate casualty in this seizure. They said it was illegal. Like this is a wild story from bits and pieces to people send to me, from what I've kind of heard about it. I'm like, this is like actual war. Got him. Oh, Oh, he's doing the NPC strat of just staring at him. Is he trying to wait him out for the police to get there? The fuck? Wait, so why did he even leave the house? He's probably texting and he's probably getting hold of the police right then and there. Yep, what did I say? What did I say? Obviously, they were waiting out the cops. Not surprised. I won't be surprised if they had him on speed dial. Like, he didn't jump, probably didn't jump on the phone at all or anything. Why is that any of your business? You're the police. Why are you defending him? Like, that's not on you to fucking decide. That's on the court. Like, what's happening? What the fuck's happening? He could just pay them. Got him. Yeah, see, I don't know why you waited, bro. Oh my god, if you would have just nailed him right then and there while he was on the phone. Like, that would have been so fucking. I would have did it. Like, I would have just went there. It's like, what is he gonna do? Obviously, you went to the store prior, and obviously he's gonna call the popo on you. Like, this isn't surprising. You're going to a man's house. Obviously, is gonna happen. I guess they didn't know what was going to happen. Honestly, they should have left the minute they seen the coppers fucking hid somewhere. I don't know. Weird situation. Mm. Well, see, the thing is, are they stealing or is the company stealing? And they're just there to protect the company. And see, that's the thing, right? There's all these layers of. Now, obviously, they're participating in an immoral act. Like, obviously, the previous owners were going to pay out, but then they came and were like, oh, let's just seize them. They're fighting this fucking war. Man, they should have just ganked the bro. That would have got this over so quickly. The first guy. But being Mormon, how much. I mean, obviously, they're probably butt buddies. But I don't know. I just don't really see a connection here. Uh, There's a previous video. Huh? No way! No way. Oh, they got the police. I've never met a Mormon who was an ass. Like, I don't agree with their lifestyle. I think it's kind of weird, but at least the ones I've come across are just honest to you. You know, about their faith, you know, about all that, and, you know, they'll be honest with you about things that they're uncomfortable with. Like, it's odd that, well, again, I don't know how much they're getting paid. Or they're probably not because they shut down the store. Oh, yeah, on a manhunt for our boy. You shouldn't really need to tell them anything, really. It's like, oh, what are you doing now? Chilling. It's like, oh, well, blah, 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 okay. Blah, 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 okay, so he's like, oh, so what do you say about this? I mean, you know, I'm sorry he feels this way. You know, probably the fact that you're being too honest about this, and obviously, I mean, good on them for telling the truth. We wouldn't have told him a fucking thing. It's like if you genuinely believe that this is going to happen, well, I guess there's not really much we can do, regardless if we're honest or not. Yeah. Again, you kind of revealed your hand there. You shouldn't have told him that because that's effectively a threat. I mean, threatening people with, like, threatening legalities against someone is a threat. So, again, I think you might have popped off too soon. And again, I'm thinking of how else it's like, look, you kind of gotta. I don't know. Because I'm pretty sure that even if, regardless of the route he went, the protagonist went, it probably would have ended up the same way. But I think just blowing your load like that gives them sort of like this uh, obligation to defend themselves. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fucking conscripted some goofy Mormon dude off the fucking street to talk to bro. Yeah. Hmm. What? Again, they're using processes, bureaucracy, all that against them, just try to scare them. And I think this is an individual right here, like the guy on the right. He's probably been through all of this before. Like, this isn't anything new. And the cops know what they're doing. He knows what they're doing. They know that he knows what they're doing. He knows that they know that he knows what they're doing. So it's just literally just this circus that's happening. Are they actually trying to defend him though? Or like how much I guess being affiliated with a big brick company, like okay, bribery, it's always easy to move to that, but okay, this is just oddly suspicious. It's like illegal substance. It's like, did you smell substance on him? Did you see substance when y'all called? Or what got with them? Do you think they seem weird? Or I don't know. This is just fucking weird. Again, trying to get them on anything. Wait, they redacted any of that? Cause you can request. Actually, you probably could. That's why body cams exist. Like I think it is public knowledge. Why would I ask that? Of course, you can request body cam footage. It's public knowledge. I mean, you're a public official paid by the taxpayer, of course. I mean, you can just have dry eye, like dilated. I mean, it's nighttime. And dilation is like adjusting of your eye. I mean, it's night, you're shining a light on him. They've probably been up all day. It's so fucking weird, man. Usually it's if your eyes are not dilating. You're either on some sort of substance or drugs or have some sort of brain damage or you're old. Or I had a ulcer on my cornea and it wasn't dilated and I getting like photosensitivity to it. Like what? So fucking weird. Yep. Hmm. Yeah, obviously the point is to have them confess to something so they can rat, like, rack them up, wrap them up. Obviously, that's what they're trying to do, but obviously they're having none of it. Again, the reason, again, and imagine how much money and time is being wasted in this. This is Utah taxpayer dollars being used here. Like, what are we doing? Like, there was some blue in the sky, but now it's completely dark. Got him. What? Yeah, and imagine how, like, that affects him with his community. Now, I guess Mormons try to stick together even if, you kind of get fucked up and get this is, the Protestant way. It's like, okay, he's an asshole, but he's our asshole. Unless it's something like egregious. Again, I don't really. I'm trying to figure out if there is any possible connection. Could someone at the police station above them also be Mormon? Because if that's a thing, I can kind of see why this is. I'm trying to look at any other lead outside of, oh, they're just corrupt, oh, they're just being paid off, because that's always the easy assumption. I try to find other routes before defaulting to that. Or maybe they know someone there. Hmm. Got him. This is like suburban warfare type shit. Like fucking white people fucking suburban warfare. Like, this is huge. Most of the time we would take shit like this to the streets, but nah, he has to be, sort of on the good, so he just types that shit out. He should have said his name. Got him. Hmm? Huh? Wait, are they back? Got him. Yeah, and they're doing this so you don't really like fucking DDoS him or spam him. It's like you need to go serve the papers to him. They should do it some sneaky way, like maybe have her just put it in his mailbox and see him walk the shit inside his house. But I guess they're trying to do it the straightforward way. I'm surprised you can he reject getting the papers, or can you be like, okay, have some court order to have them give him the papers? What the fuck? Yeah. Wait, they redacted? What? Wait. So can he just be like, no? Is that something you can do in Utah? It's like you're serving legal papers and they can just be like, no, I don't want these papers. What? Well, the point is to serve the papers, have an attorney, right, and have the papers served. Then when there's the precedent set, then you have the judge sign. Like, yeah, you're not gonna have the judge's name on the papers to officiate it initially. Like, you go through the process, then the judge. What? At least this is from the knowledge of a complete fucking nobody like me. But yeah, the judge's signature is effectively the go ahead. This is official. It's happening. Yeah. 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 Wait. So so wait a minute, he conscripted the Mormon guy. And then he just conscripted her, and I believe she is who she says she. I have no reason to lie for to not believe. God, the hot goth waifu with the septum piercing that could ruin my life is wrong. Look, when a goth queen speaks, I listen. Yeah. Nah, that's a lie. What cops want are convictions. You know, easy convictions. You could go out. They could go after that guy, but obviously he has legal teams and the backing of bricks and mortars or whatever the fuck that store's called. Hell, probably he probably knows someone who's also a Mormon in the police court station. Like, it's easy to just heckle y'all to go get the fuck away from him, you know, than to go after him. I mean, it's not the way it should be, and it's shitty, but you gotta understand how systems work. It is easy for them to just have y'all fuck off, even if the guy is at fault here. You know, and that's probably, and again, it's why they all called like 3 fucking times. There's someone in that station is like, I get something on this dude. I want him gone. That's what's happening. You know, and you're not doing anything wrong. You technically don't even have to fucking talk to them. You're just like, I'm just chilling. Like, I'm just chilling. Oh, I need to give them the legal papers. It's the process I'm going through. I'm going through a legal process as well. I got to do it. And again, they're probably going back to someone else. Hot goth wifey. Just have. Well, again, you should just have her walk it up to the mail and, okay, have video footage of him getting his mail, walking in the house, and having them served. And then after that, it doesn't matter what he does after that point. He could just throw it the fuck out immediately. He could look at it, then just ball it up and throw it in the trash, not even enter his house. But you will have it on camera that you served it. Or he just grabs it, enters the house. Like, I mean, I get the honesty route, but come on, man. Oh, shit, round 4. Yeah. Got him. Yeah, because, again, that's the look of, okay, dudes, they're looking incompetent. Obviously, it's being filmed. Obviously, they're in a bad spot, right? Because now they're getting pressure. And I don't know if I need to entirely blame the people here, like the cops. I 100% blame whoever butt buddy that he's fingering under the table at the police station. And the two dudes that, again, are obviously are in the wrong here. Wait, what? Yep. We are not surprised. Huh. The same police. Again, it's a level of escalation. That's probably someone from the station is like, just bring him in here, do whatever you need to do to get him off this guy's case, and then they just throw him, they bag him up. Again, morality, like this is what some people fail to understand. Like, I do believe a lot of the majority of individual cops are good people. But I also believe you're operating within a system and a bureaucracy that, where being a good person is, you don't really, it's not, that's not really the incentive, right? And like, what was that? Angry Cops, when he talked about the whole, now it's a completely different situation, but the Buffalo school thing again, you know, they and his hands being tied, like it is a system that's designed to protect itself and benefit itself. You know, you know, you can have good people, but then be put in bad situations and have to make bad calls, and again have things imposed on you, the cop, to where okay, you can just say no. Anyone can just say no when they're not in that position. It's easy to demand everybody else be the good moral person if you're not in that position. You're not in that situation. But it's another thing if you are, and it's your job on the line or your family. It. And again, you're being told by whatever precinct or someone over to do something that again is against your better judgment, but you have to do it. Like, the just following orders is a legitimate argument. Now, again, I think it's more on the people giving orders than on the specific cop. Again, it's easy not to believe that if you're not in that cop's position. Mm-hmm. Whoa! Really? Okay. So I guess I was wrong, because I thought, well, half wrong. Again, based off what he's saying. I'll just let him finish. So, there is the financial incentive, but since they're all Mormons, they all probably know each other. They're all probably go to the same church. They're friends. They're in the same clique. It's like hitting them with the tribal mentality. It's the Mormons versus the non-Mormons, and they probably don't even really care what's happening. All they see is someone in their community being attacked, and they want to help out, or I don't know. Maybe there is sort of the tribe mentality. Because I was half wrong. I was like, okay, maybe there's someone in the upper stratosphere of the cops just telling them to be like, okay, fine, do something, find something, get something on this guy. But that completely changes. Now there is sort of that incentive for the cops to the personal cops to heckle them. See, that throws a good portion of my analysis out the fucking window. The cops are in on it. Maybe. Again, if what he says is correct. Yep. Yep. And seeing this is a tribe and clan mentality that I think is the problem here in America. It's like instead of being Americans trying to do the best for Americans, you have just these, you know, feuds and tribe mentality. And again, it doesn't matter what race you are, like everyone acts this way. And again, it's one thing if it's in your head, but it's another thing if it manifests in situations like this. Then you have a problem. And again, it's human nature. It's obvious that's what's happening. You're going to protect people and your people in your clique, and if you don't, you're just being irrational. If you don't protect people in your family or your clique or whatever, you're just being an irrational person. And the people that do that are just going to walk all over you. So and the end goal of this is, again, from videos that I've seen before with Tyler Oliveira, with the scammers and the welfare, you know, dependent people. It's literally just a PvP zone where it's our tribe versus your tribe. And again, our ancestors came to America to get away from that shit. You know, like people came to America 300 years ago for that not to happen, but people then go come here and then make it happen even more. Like it's so fucking weird. Got him. Got him. Got him. Yeah, plaster that shit everywhere. Got him. Ha, defamation. People don't know who he is. People don't know, like, they didn't put his name. What do you mean? I mean, and again, this is fine. Like, okay, they're not going to give the fucking money back, so hopefully people can donate to get the guy's money back. Like, and again, we're halfway through. Something tells me shit still escalates. Yeah. Hmm. I mean, that's fine. Why? I mean, are they literally? Because I can see a reason why you'd redact to protect the information of people. You know, like private information, but I mean, it's between these two persons. Yeah, that's probably just some newbie who doesn't really know what's happening. The one in the driver's seat. The two guys outside are probably the guys that are like, okay, what can we get them on? Huh. Yeah. Yeah, again, the way she said that, it's like she's not even. What she's like, we don't do that. We don't do that. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, play it on the phone for her. Yeah, like it's clearly corruption, even if it's not like for monetary gain. It's corruption to another extent, which I guess is lesser, but it's still egregious. Is one well? No, I'd probably say this is more. It's like it's one thing to just get a bribe, right? I mean, we're all human. Corruption is a very human thing. Like it's you know, everyone is corrupt, and if put in situations, they will err on the side that where they benefit. But then you have like ideological corruption or whatever, and I think that's worse because you don't really gain anything other than protecting the people in your tribe. The people that think the same way you do, and it's one thing if they're your friends, but maybe cops that are like butt buddies with the assailant. They probably shouldn't be on this case because obviously there's a conflict of interest there. Uh, oh, oh, yeah. What? That's not what it looked like to me. That what? What the fuck's happening? I'm like, well, that shocked me. Like, what? Is there something I missed? What? 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 Yeah. Yeah. So, silent. What's going on? Are they trying to like intimidate him? God, is that the sun reflecting off this dude's bald ass head? Fucking bald, bald having ass. Look like a vanilla ice cream having ass. Alright. Yeah. Got him. Yeah, okay, so I was like, okay, look, this is halfway through. There has to be some level of escalation. Like, obviously. And I guess I was right. They are absolutely escalating this shit. And again, if I'm not mistaken, even if you delete something, like hit the delete on like a video or like an image or something, they can still find it. Like all they need to do is roll up to your provider. Like, okay, it makes it more annoying, but it they there's no reason for them to flip out because yeah, okay, maybe it'll take like an extra couple of hours, but they will still find what the fuck they're looking for, if anything. Like they don't even know what they're looking for. They're just like, give me the phone, and then they did this escalation. They're like, okay, let's try to find something here. And it's like, now, congratulations, you found nothing, but you're escalating it anyway. Yeah. Sheldon, no. Oh. They got the full metal jacket on their ass. That their dog? I thought. Whoa, wait, what? I thought they shot. No, that's a cat. There's, I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, did they pop the fucking cat with a fucking suppressor? Dislocated his fucking shoulder, bro. Yeah. Got him. What? Okay. Okay, what? This is wild. Over Legos. Honestly, it would be cheaper to just pay out the 200,000. Imagine how much money it took to micromanage this bullshit just to go after this long nosed fucking white dude who's not actually doing anything wrong. And like, we can argue, oh, the publicity and all that. They probably don't fucking care. But imagine all the resources being wasted here over Legos that they just don't want to pay out for. Yeah. Again, when I first, I was like, you know what, it's easier for them to just, strong arm goofball Ben and just, try to shoo them away. But now there's just a level of escalation that it's like, is this really the taxpayer money right here being used? Like, it's just so fucking weird. Hmm. Fucking bagged them up. Kitty, look at that fat fucking cat, bro. No, free my dude Ben. Well, honestly, I want the goth wifey freed. Yeah, F's in the chat. Wait, did he say he just met her? And she's just been sort of hanging around, like literally just recruited someone for the party? And she's just been around and now she's being rolled up and thrown. That is what. Why the fuck are there two plungers right there? What the fuck? Again, man, you don't really need to tell them that. Right? Like, this is information they can just find on themselves. Like, if you straight up say it. I don't know. Yeah, naturally, anyone would be like, what the fuck's happening? Like, you know, are we in cuckoo world? Like, okay, we're not going that route. Let's set up a GoFundMe. But then they're trying to bag them now. Mm. I mean, are they trying to get him on the moral thing? Like, oh, you're trying to take money for personal reasons, not to help the guy? Like, that's very weird. Like, they're actually just, oh, fuck. If I can hit my mic, it's gonna be a little loud. But it's weird that that's the route. Like, I guess they're just trying to get him on something. Yeah. Yeah, they're really just trying to get him on anything. Mm. Got him. Yeah. Got him. And obviously, the point of the jail is for him to just take. Again, I don't even know what they're trying to get him on. Because I say it's to take the plea deal, but for what? Well, why? What is he pleading to? Yeah. The boy is back. And I guess I can understand that. Again, you shouldn't have done that. Look, I'm not saying you're in the wrong, but it's like I've grown up off the idea of never give them a fucking reason because they can argue that that is defamation. You could have just said the GoFundMe was something. No, not even really mention his name on the GoFundMe. Just be like, oh, we're just trying to help this family. Like, you're trying to do everything in your power not to have anything pinned on you, even if it is the moral thing to do. Because, again, you're fighting a system. And, again, plus a system with people who are clearly protecting their own. No. Nah, again, it's the system. Like, the system, obviously in this case, is just against you. Right? The people, the cops, the people, they're all just. Yeah, the cards are stacked against you because of the tribal mentality that's going on. My boy. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. What the fuck? My boy. Tortas! Bang the What? Okay. We've clearly found the main character here. Oh, that's huge. Got him. Merch gang. Facts, bro. Got him. Ooh. 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 So they're going to fucking war with this, and I'm all for this, bro. Like, I had no idea how crazy this is. Man, I need to look at the other videos. I had no idea how crazy this is. Like, again, like I said, it is literally just more cost effective to just pay them out. Like, I don't know what's happening. Got him. Fuck it. Even fucking Penguin Z0 was on this shit. Like, shit done hit the fan now. I'm glad 3.2 million people have seen this in 4 days. Facts. These cops not only should be fired, they should be in jail. Yeah, I know, they should at the very least. But again, it feels like the entire precinct is like on board of just getting him out. The type of corruption you see in Gotham City, oh god, bro. Did not expect this to turn into a Mormon deep state conspiracy, man. Everyone had tribe mentality, having ass. Muting body cams should be a crime. It's tampering with evidence. Yeah, I have absolutely. I mean, again, they can obviously hide behind the we're trying to protect the victims and sensitive information, yada yada yada. That's clearly what they're not trying to do. This is the nastiest cop corruption I've seen since Afro Man. Oh my god, I even looked into the whole Afro Man situation. I didn't do a video on it because I don't know. It kind of seemed goofy, but who knows? I might. I hope the whole police department gets locked up. This is an insane abuse of power. Yeah, that's never going to happen. The other police are such thugs. It's crazy. We were living in a world where this is the effort that goes into stopping justice. Again, there's always something like vigilante justice and justice that just absolute nobodies do against officials and systems is always the thing you crack down on. Like, ever since Nick Shirley and taking down the career of a politician, like, systems understand that they're not as invincible as they like to think they are. So that's absolutely what's probably happening. This one from a case of company trying to steal from a poor old man to unearthing an entire corrupt police system. Unbelievable. You are about to get bags. Sue every single police officer involved in this and get that man back. His Legos 10 times. 10x, yep. Never expected a Lego conspiracy to evolve. Corrupt Mormon cops. This is insane, bro. You can make an entire movie out of this shit. This is the same old kind of True Detective episode where the whole cult town is trying to protect each other from a crime someone committed. Yeah, like any community, like this isn't. The thing is, this is what's happening here isn't new to me, right? Like none of this is new. To me, it's like, yeah, of course they're doing this. This is a federal lawsuit. Yeah, I mean, to have an entire county, like, I don't know what county they're in, or is like maybe the state of Utah, to have all of that just to protect a company and allow them to steal, it's like, what the fuck, man? But anyway, fucking wild. Man, I should have kept my finger on this from the beginning, but hey, what are we gonna do? You know, I can only get things as they come. You know, I'm not like fucking Professor Xavier with this shit. I can look through all these things. You know, I just get them as they come to me. But hey, that's all I gotta say about this. Peace out.